Hey, what's up guys and girls? With the upcoming release of Dark Souls Remastered, I thought it'd be worth making an absolute beginner's guide, spoiler-free, for the imminent influx of new players. The Souls series is easy to dislike. They're very challenging, mysterious games, ones that you are trusted to figure out by yourself, whether that's through experimentation, talking with your friends, or using social media. Hidetaki Miyazaki, the game's designer and director, said one of his goals for the design of the game was to try and recapture a feeling he used to get trying to read books beyond his reading level when he was younger. He found the mystery, not being able to fully understand what was happening, and having to fill in blanks himself really alluring. And although this ambiguity makes the exploration and exposition found in Dark Souls really engrossing, it even extends to the game's most basic systems and mechanics, and I think that can be very frustrating for new players. When I tried Demon Souls back in 2009, I didn't realise it was a game I was supposed to figure out for myself. I spent my time with it running about, dying a lot, waiting for it to tell me how to play it, but it never did. And that's why it's easy to hate. It doesn't explain things at all, really. The closest you get is some cryptic cutscenes and NPC dialogue. This means you have to figure out everything from how you navigate to combat to more complicated things like leveling up, upgrading weapons, how the online system works. None of it is straightforward to understand. So during my short time with it, I got so frustrated. I had this nagging feeling that I was doing it wrong. I was getting stuck on the early stages and the bosses, felt like I was fumbling my way through leveling up and upgrading weapons because I didn't really understand what I was doing. So eventually I just shelved it. I just didn't understand why everybody else thought it was so brilliant.
Be safe, friend. Don't you dare go alone.
So fast forward a couple of years and Dark Souls came out. And I had no intention of playing it after my experience with Demon Souls. Thanks to a friendly bit of coercion and some explanation of the game's systems, I tried it again. And it clicked!
Thank you, my glorious friends, for helping me see the light.
So I'm making this guide to act like the user manual that doesn't exist for Dark Souls. All I want to do is make sure you've got a basic understanding of the tools available to you in the game, so then you can figure out how to use those tools as you fight your way through the adventure. So I'm not going to tell you how to get through areas or how to beat bosses. Those challenges and the satisfaction you get from figuring them out yourself is too good to spoil. Hopefully, the knowledge you'll acquire from this will prevent you from giving up like I did back on Demon Souls. All you need to do is pay attention and make use of the tools available to you. I mean, experienced players can get through the game without ever leveling up their character, or even without using weapons, fists only. These kinds of self-imposed, yet totally feasible challenges demonstrate the great freedom the game offers in terms of how you approach it. You can't really do it right or wrong. It doesn't matter which class you choose, which weapon types you prefer, whether you only want to go through casting magic and nothing else, or which route you end up taking through its vast, maze-like world. None of these decisions will prevent you from completing the game. It all depends on your own ability to observe and learn.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined.
The Soulsborne games offer a pretty unique experience for each player. The journey you and I take, although superficially similar, will actually be quite radically different. Things that I find tricky, you might find really easy. You could end up getting lost in a part of the map for hours and hours, whereas I might fluke my way straight through to the exit in minutes. These kinds of little moments and stories that we create as we run through the game, combined with the flexibility we have from what kind of characters we can create, the route we take through the world, how much we engage with the multiplayer, are all things that contribute to how personal and memorable our own adventures are. Sharing stories with other new Souls players is like the best thing. Another reason the journey gets etched into your mind is that it resides in the right place. And by that, I mean there are no distractions like a map screen or objective markers or a quest log that pull your attention away from the journey. It's just you, your character, and this mysterious, bleak, ruthless game world. And because of how deeply etched it gets into your mind, most players would be able to draw you a pretty detailed map from memory alone. Just go and ask. Go on, if you know somebody who's played Dark Souls, go and ask them. Go and ask them to draw you a map of the Undead Burg. I guarantee they would be able to do it without hesitation. And the last thing I want to say is, like, these are the only games I ever replay. And I don't just mean I play through them twice. I play through them countless times. Look at this. Look at this. This is my Bloodborne save game screen. It's full. And this is the same for me on all of the Soulsborne games. The character rosters are full because there's so much variation in how you can tackle the game. It's almost endlessly replayable for me.
Well, why didn't you tell me sooner? All's well that ends well.
So there we go. I hope that's helped shine a bit of light on to why Dark Souls is a very easy game to hate. But I also think it's a very easily misunderstood game. With a tiny, gentle bit of guidance right at the beginning, you're in for an unforgettable adventure. Anyway, we've got a lot to cover in the series. Here's a list, have a look at that. The first topic I want to discuss is probably the most important thing in Dark Souls. It's about philosophy, it's about mindset.
Oh, I do hope you're ready to start thinking differently about game over.
Thank you for watching if you made this far. I'll catch you next time.